Okay, today is March 8th. We got to spring forward today, so it's much later than I wanted to get started because I didn't set an alarm. So we've already done a whole bunch of spring type prep work, and some things are coming back of their own volition. Like celery made it all the way through the winter. This lemon balm is coming back. I think that might be some anise hyssop because we had a big one in the green stalk. So same thing. Lemon balm made it through the winter. Most of my strawberries look worse for the wear. Had a serious aphid attack here. I have a little ladybug that's been living in my laundry room on my citrus trees, which are right there. And there's lemons on there, on the back one. And then the other lemon tree is blooming. Here's all my succulents and stuff with my little gnome guy and my frog guy. I don't hardly ever show those, but it's because I'm bad at indoor plants. But anyway, so strawberries are looking kind of sad. But a fair number of them made it through the winter. I did put a lot more soil in. There's an anise hyssop. Decided to grace this. Okay, I think that is it. I did just put a bunch of seeds in too. I don't think I have anything germinating yet. And I may not. I was a little, there's something coming up there. We'll see if that's what it's supposed to be. So this little guy here, that's a temporary shelter for, of course, somebody started washing their car, for a generator because we had a big ice storm and we were worried about losing power. So Lane built a little shelter for it because we didn't have another good place to put it. I put in potatoes here not long ago. They were already kind of sprouted, so looks like they're good to go. So all of these guys, all the big greens, I literally overwintered these. I started them too late. I had them in little cups, decided to divide them sometime midwinter into their own little cups, and they got bigger. And so they're pretty big now, most of them. I have already planted out some, but these are pretty much broccoli and cauliflower. I think that's one red cabbage there. And a couple of the little broccolis have already tried to make a head, so I just cut it off so we could have smaller florets. But I found out they do a thing called buttoning up when it gets below 40, which I think has probably been my mistake every year, planting them too early, which they just make small heads. So these are new, primarily cold weather stuff. I did start some more broccoli and some things. I didn't start a lot of that kind of stuff since obviously I got these big boys. I think these were my my peppers and stuff. It's been really warm. It's been like 80 the last couple of days, so no wonder my peppers are sprouting. These guys, I think those herbs in there. So I did them like 2 days later, so they're not up yet. But these are about to get transplanted out, but I'm keeping them in the greenhouse because we're gonna have another cold snap next week. And so after that, I shall plant them out. I'm getting my first peeks of asparagus. Some babies. There's one back there. These are the pine berries. So they did make it through. Over here, cranberry viburnum. Looks like she's doing well. I might need to top it. She's got a little funny growth habit there. Strawberries are doing fine. I don't know if my passion fruit will come back from the root. It doesn't seem like it's totally dead. Maybe will. But I've got babies I can plant and see if I can get to fruit this year. But that's going to take a minute. Pawpaw, especially because I haven't even planted them up in dirt yet. And that is my service berry. Put a lot of seeds down. Some amaranth, mullein, probably some aniseed in there. Blackberries, hollyhock, clematis. Oh, emitter that I need to replace. I did empty out my rain barrels yesterday because we're about to get a bunch more rain. Black Jewel raspberry, that went kind of crazy last year. Sort of let it see what it does. While I'm looking at it, should cut some of this off because that might be. It's like it's hard to tell sometimes because, like, you can have that kind of swelling from cane borers, but you can also get that kind of damage from just irregular watering, which I'm guilty of. So anyway, hardy kiwi, the baby that's bigger than its more established sibling. New peach tree. She's making flowers. Very exciting. And hopefully, and there's one already open. I'll go look at that one on that side. Blueberries. So everything is budding out, which is awesome. And then I went ahead and planted out Brussels sprouts. This is grape hyacinth, which will be blooming soon. Blueberry. Roses. I don't know why you won't focus on anything. And then oregano and thyme down here. I got two different types of crocus. These are the saffron type, and they never flowered, or at least not that I caught. So I don't know what that's about. But the other ones, the little decorative ones, they're doing their job. I might put some more of those up front once we get there. Lavender. There's cabbages. And I just finally, a year and a half later, all of this is the last pile of sticks from Helene. Last pile of debris. Hollyhock. Finally got through it. You don't want to focus. There we go. And the apple tree that has yet to bloom. I did gave it a pretty good haircut. Hopefully not too much, because it's kind of my fear there. Maybe I've just been giving her too many haircuts, or too deep a haircut. Sage. Rhubarb. I feel like there's something else over here. There's another rhubarb. But when I look at the hardy kiwi, there's a castor bean plant that I finally just took down and took the seeds off of. But yeah, wood chips courtesy of Helene from a year and a half ago. Nothing in here yet to see, except for wild garlic. Did throw down a bunch of seeds. But yeah, I got 3 whole paths full from my last pile of sticks. And that's even not being able to grind up all of them because of the size. Fig tree that got split in half during Helene. And the apple tree, you can kind of maybe see the damage from here where it got split. So right when it was 5 years old, maybe was ready to make flowers for the first time, and it got split in half. Also, I have a bunch of gourds that I grew them on my fence, and they got over the fence, and so there's a bunch of birdhouse gourds in the lot behind me. And hopefully the wildlife will make use of them. Blackberries. So these guys looked okay. I had to cut down the other ones because it looked like they had cane borers, but these all looked okay. Although now that I say that, I see a place that might be crap from a cane borer. So I may have to cut one of them down. That's okay. Pawpaw, big pawpaw. Here is our pink lady apple. The other one's a Honeycrisp. Oh, let me go over here first before I talk about the other trees. Because, well, elderberry, number one, she got a big haircut. But I got another mushroom log. I'm trying it again. I'm not doing the recommended method that I used for that one. I did eventually get mushrooms, but I don't believe they were the right kind. Because it had been out here a long time, and I did do, I thought, what I needed to. Maybe I just didn't keep it wet enough. But anyway, blue oyster mushrooms, maybe in my future. Oh, there's a raspberry. Blueberries. I was thinking about moving them this year. Oh gee, that I don't know what its variety is. This one is a blue jay or a blue ray. About to bud out. And then there's the pink lemonades that are farther ahead, so hopefully they'll be okay with a little bit of cold weather here. Might have to throw a blanket on them. Or we might not get any blueberries. Sorry for all the noise. That's quince 1. That is the Crimea quince. So this one is I'll have to caution, right? Remind myself of my varieties. There's honeyberry. And that one is the Czech 17. I do have some little copper stakes I got, and indigo treat to remind myself of all the varieties. Oh, and this is my volunteer peach that may not even be making edible fruit, but it was in my garden bed, so I decided to let it grow. This is my nectarine. So that might have been one that was out, because we had some out right when it last freeze. But it's got more buds, so that's fun. Thank you, nectarine, for your service. And then lastly, pink lady apple, which is already waking up. Oh, looks like I need to make a little trim here with some bad stuff I missed. But she's putting out leaves, so thank you, ma'am. And hopefully that one will, because this will be its 6th year in the ground without flowering or fruit. And yeah, I think that's it.